Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Be Sustainable, and I'm Frank. And this update is on September 11th. And I sprayed for all these pests that have been giving me problems this season. And I've said this is a really strange growing season because it's raining excessively. The heat has been higher than average, and the pests have been higher than normal. Last season I didn't have this big a problem with insects. I mean, I did have a thrip problem, I did have an aphid problem. Yeah, that I could handle. But what's devastating is the amount of boar damage that has been happening even after I've sprayed. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at the damage. It bores in and it rots down, and it's getting to the point where if I had made a pollinated cross on this branch, the seedlings would never mature. It's not happening to all of them, so now at this point I've stopped. I stopped attempting to cross-pollinate because it's heartbreaking to have a cross and then it doesn't mature, and then I'm dealing with the rotting. I mean, it's rotting. It's too wet. They're rotting. They're literally rotting. It is way too wet. I'll give you a good example of what see, this is rotted away. It just falls right off. But like I said, I mean, becoming a breeder is what I wanted to do, and this comes with the territory. Now, am I a little heartbroken over it? Yes, because I've done everything I possibly can to eradicate myself from the insects. But it's substantial. It's getting to the point where, see, if this had been a cross, look, that's where it got to it, and that's where it's done. Over here, look at the damage. Look at that. Look, it just tore right through it. Yeah, you can see where it ate through it, and it's done, and it collapsed. Yep, it's devastating. But maybe it's just this season. Maybe next season I'll have better luck. And it didn't matter if it was the cultivars that I overwintered or the seedlings, because the seedlings are getting attacked just as bad. And that's basically it for now, I guess. I mean, they are blooming. Those that are still blooming are blooming. They're doing their best they can to set seed. But I'm not even hopeful that I'll even get seeds this year. So at this point, I'm just enjoying the blooms that I can, and I'm hoping to salvage the tubers and start again next season. I will keep posting updates of this devastation, and if I come towards a solution, because I haven't come across this with anything else but the dahlias. The dahlias are the only ones that are succumbing to this problem. I mean, it's major. Even though look at this. This is rot. This is completely rotted. There was no way that I would be able to save seeds. Not like that. I don't know who else is having this problem, but it's major. It's getting to the point where I had to cut more down to the ground just to save the tubers. and it's just a bad growing season for dahlias, for me at least, in my area. And it's difficult when you're the only property that is having pest control management cycle just to maintain the flowers. But that means that my neighbors aren't doing anything, and they repopulate there and make their way here. So I'm kind of fighting a losing battle. So for now, this is what I'm up against. And I mean, I'll salvage what I can. If there happens to be any seed pods that do make it, then I'll be happy to collect those. But for this point in the growing season, I'm already at September 11th, and my first frost is somewhere near March, or is it, I think, November 12th, something like that. I'll have to look it up, but I remember last year was like November. So I still have a month to go. I'm gonna give another dose of BT and Captain Jack Deadbug to see if I can at least gather a few seeds. But at this point, I think I'm just gonna be in tuber salvage mode. So is it possible to grow dahlias in grow bags? Absolutely, yes it is. Now the question is the pest management doable for my side of the woods? Because this season has taught me a lot of lessons. So I'm gonna keep at it. With every problem, there's a solution and there's a lesson to be learned. So I'm not giving up. I'm just giving up on collecting seeds. I'm just in tuber mode now. And I'm just gonna enjoy the blooms that come. And I will post as they bloom, so you guys can enjoy them as well. And that's it for now. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.